The objectives of this video. One of the selected item is number 2, letter K.
For this item, we're going to perform the indicated operation of a matrix. We denote matrices with bolded capital letters. For example, we have matrix B is equals to 4, -1, 0, and 2. As you can observe with our matrix B, it is a 2 by 2 matrix because it has 2 rows and 2 columns. So what we need to perform here is we need to perform the operation B minus the transpose of matrix B. First, we need to get the transpose of matrix B to perform the operations. And we denote the transpose of B like this, which is B raised to small subscript d. So the transpose of matrix B means that your rows becomes columns. And your columns becomes rows. So let me give you how it will become. So our given B is equals to 4, -1, 0, and 2. To get the transpose of matrix B, we denote it B raised to small subscript of D is equals to, so as we said, your rows becomes columns. So here our rows is 4 and -1, numbers 4 and -1. Our second row is 0 and 2. These rows will become columns. So we have 4, -1, 0, and 2. That's how to get the transpose of a matrix B. So as you can observe, the columns, which is
4 and 0
and -1 and 2 becomes row in your transpose of matrix B. That's how to get the transpose. Now you already get the transpose of a matrix B. You're going to perform now the operation. So what we need to do, or what we need to perform, is the B minus the transpose of matrix B is equals to, so write the given, which is the B is 4, -1, 0, and 2, minus the transpose of matrix B, which is 4, -1, 0, and 2. Now, how to subtract that 1? So that to subtract that 1 is you're going to subtract the number correspond to its position, which means this 4 minus 2, 4. -1 minus 2, 0. That's how. So now we have 4 minus 4 is 0. -1 minus 0, still -1. 0 minus -1 is +1. 2 minus 2 is 0. So therefore, B minus the transpose of matrix B is equals to 0, -1, 1, and 0. So that's how to perform the operation and to transpose a matrix. So before anything else, you're going to transpose the given before subtracting it to the original value or to the original matrix of B. Item 3.V is find inverse of A or indicate that it does not exist. When the inverse exists, check your answer by showing that A times the inverse of A is equal to the identity of matrix A. So we have here a given matrix A. So we're going to find the inverse of A. To find its inverse is we're going to use the Gauss-Jordan elimination. But before anything else, we must satisfy the condition of an invertible matrix. We can only say that it is invertible if it is a square matrix of order n. So in this case, in our scenario or in our given problem, our matrix A is a 4 by 4. Therefore, it is a square matrix of order n. So therefore, we satisfy the condition of an invertible matrix. Now, let's proceed to convert this into this form. So, we need to write the given matrix on the left and the n times n identity matrix I on the right to obtain the inverse of A along the way. Note that the matrices A and I is separated by a vertical line in this vertical line. So we need to make this in this form way. So this process of this is called adjoining matrix I to matrix A. So what we have done here is the process of what we call adjoining matrix I to matrix A. So let's now write the given in this form. So we have, so let's write the given. After writing the given is we're going to write the identity matrix of A in this right side. So we have 1, 0, 0, 0. Then here in the second column, 0, 1, 0, 0. In the third column, 0, 0, 1, 0. In the fourth column, 0, 0, 0, 1. After writing that in that way is we're going to make this -1 to positive. To make that positive is we're going to multiply this entire row by -1 to make it positive this -1. Okay? So we have row 1 is equals to -1 times the row 1. So let's now perform it. So we have -1 times -1, positive 1. 1 times -1 is -1. 0 times -1 is 0. -1 times -1, positive 1. 1 times -1 is -1. Any value that multiplied by 0 is 0. So the rest of this is 0, 0, 0. Then you're going to simply write the rest of the 3 rows, which is the row 2, row 3, and row 4, since you didn't indicate what will you do in that each row. So just simply write the rest of the remaining rows. After writing it, so we need to make this numbers, 0. We also need to make this also numbers 0. To make it that, so we need to make our r sub 1 or r sub 2 rather is equals to r sub 2 plus r sub 1. Our r sub 3 is equals to r sub 3 plus r sub 1. Then our r sub 4 is equals to r sub 4 plus 2 times the r sub 1. So now let's form the indicated. So we're going to write the row 1 since we didn't indicate what we'll do that in the outside of that line. So we have 1, -1, 0, 1, -1, 0, 0, 0. So for row 2, we're in row 2. So to get the row 2 is we're going to add the row 2 plus row 1. So you're going to add this to this to get the new row 2. So understood? Okay. So now let's add it. -1 plus 1, 0. -1 plus 1, 0. -1 plus 0, -1. 1 plus 0, 1. -1 plus 0, -1. 0 plus 1, 1. 0 plus 0, 0. 0 plus 0, 0. So we're done in row 2. So proceed tayo sa row 3. So to get the row 3 is we're going to add the row 3, which is this, to row 1. So you're going to add this 1 and this also like that. So understood? Okay. So -1 plus 1, 0. Then 0 plus -1, -1. Then 0 plus 0, 0. 1 plus 0, 1. -1 plus 0, -1. 0 plus 0, 0. 0 plus 1, 1. 0 plus 0, 0. So we're done in row 3. We're having new row 3. Now we'll proceed to row 4. To get the row 4 is you're going to add the row 4 plus 2 times the row 1, which is this. So you're going to add this to your row 2 times to your row 1. Is that understood? Okay. So we have -2 plus 2 times 1 is 0. Next is 1 plus -1, 0. -1 plus... no. I have wrong. Since we multiply with 0, so my bad. Sorry for that. So 1 plus 2 times -1 is negative. -1. -1 plus 2 times 0 is -1. 1 plus 2 times 1 is 3. 0 plus 2 times -1 is -2. Then 0 plus 0, 0. 0 plus 0, 0. And then 1 plus 2 times 0 is 1. So now we have here. So to make this 0, this entire number 0, we going to do the same way. And to make this 1, and the rest of this is 0. Okay, so we have row 1 is equals to row 1 minus row 3. Then row 2 is equals to row 2 plus row 3. Then our row 4 is equals to row 4 minus row 3. So let's perform the operations being bold. So we have, write this first way. So to get the row 1, you're going to minus, so you get your row 1, you're going to minus this to your row 3. Okay, understood? All right. So 1 minus 0, 1. Then negative 1 minus 1 is 0. Then 0 minus 0 is 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. Then negative 1 minus negative 1 is 0. Then 0 minus 0, 0. 0 minus 1 is negative 1. Then 0 minus 0 is 0. So sorry, I forgot to write this part. This is 1. Alright, let's let's move to row 2. We're already run in row 1. So we are in row 2. To get the row 2 is you're going to add the row 2 respectively with your row 3. Okay, understood. So we have 0 plus 0, 0. 0 plus negative 1, negative 1. Because it has a symbol here, negative 1, right? So negative 1 plus 0 is still negative 1. Then 1 plus 1 is equals to 2. Negative 1 plus negative 1 plus negative 1 is negative 2. Then 1 plus 0 is 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. 0 plus 0, 0. So we're done in row 2. So let's proceed now in row 4. So row 4 is equals to row 4 minus row 3. So first thing first, you're going to write the row 3 first. So 0, negative 1, 0, 1, negative 1, 0, 1, 0. After that, you're going to perform the row 4 is equals to row 4 minus row 3. So your row 4 is this. You're going to minus that with your row 3. Understood? Okay. So row 4 minus row 3. So 0 minus 0, 0. Negative 1 minus negative 1, 0. Negative 1 minus 0, negative 1. 3 minus 1, 2. Negative 2 minus negative 1 is negative 1. 0 minus 0, 0.
0 minus 1 is equals to negative 1. 1 minus 0 is equals to 1. Now, to make the negative 1, which is in the row 2, negative 1 to be positive 1, we multiply the entire row 2 by negative 1 respectively. For example, 0 times negative 1, negative 1 times negative 1, negative 1 times negative 1, and so forth. So row 2 is equals to negative 1 times row 2. Now, in row 3, to make it negative 1 to 0, And the other also to make it 1, the 0, and to make a diagonal 1. So we let row 3 is equals to row 2 minus row 3. So now we just need to write the other row or the row 1 who's not been indicated in its right side. So we have 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, negative 1, 0. So row 2 is equals to negative 1 times row 2. 0, 1, negative 1 times negative 1, 1, 2 times negative 1, negative 2, negative 2 times negative 1, positive 2, the other side. Then 1 times negative 1 is equals to negative 1. And 1 times negative 1 is equals to negative 1, and 0 times negative 1 is 0. Next is in the row 3, so we're going to equate row 2 minus row 3. So this is the row 2, so we're going to subtract this with the row 3. So we have 0 minus 0, 0. Negative 1 minus negative 1, 0. Negative 1 minus 0, negative 1. 2 minus 1 is equals to 1. Negative 2 minus 1 is equals to negative 1.
Come on.
1, 1 minus 1, 0. 0 minus 0 is equals to 0. Then just copy the row 4, 0, 0, negative 1, 2, negative 1, 0, negative 1, 1. As you can observe, we make a diagonal 1, right? So we need to make it solely diagonal positive 1. So we have row 3 is equals to negative 1 times row 3, and then row 4 is equals to row 4 minus row 3. And row 2 is equals to row 3 plus row 2. The same way, just copy the first row who's not being defined in the right side. So we have this way. So we have 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, negative 1, 0. For row 2, row 3 plus row 2, we have gonna add the row 3 to the row 2. So we have 0, 1 plus 0, 1, 1 plus negative 1, 0. Then negative 2 plus 1, negative 1. Then 2 plus negative 1 is positive 1. Then negative 1 plus 1 is equals to 0. Negative 1 plus 0, negative 1. 0 plus 0, 0. So we are moving now to row 3. So the row 3, we're going to multiply it by negative 1. 0 times 0, 0. Negative 1, negative 1, positive 1, negative 1, 0, 0. We're done in row 3. We're moving on to the row 4. So for row 4, we're going to subtract the row 4 to the row 3. So we have 0, 0, 0, 1, negative 1 minus negative 1, 0, 0 minus 1 is equals to negative 1. And negative 1 and 1. To make it this negative 1 and negative 1 on the other side are to make it 0 and to make only one diagonal and the entirely others are 0. So we let our row 2 is equals to row 2 plus row 4. While our row 3 is equals to row 3 plus row 4. So just simply copy the first row. So first, draw a 3 line. So let's copy it. 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, negative 1, 0. 0 plus 0, 0. 1 plus 0, 1. 0 plus 0, 0. Negative 1 plus 1, 0. 1 plus 0, 1. 0 plus negative 1, negative 1. Then next, negative 1 plus negative 1, negative 2. Then 0 plus 1 is 1. We're done in row 2, so let's move with the row 3. To get the row 3, just simply add the row 3 plus row 4. So 0 plus 0, 0. 0 plus 0, 0. 1 plus 0, 1. Negative 1 plus 1, 0. 1 plus 0, 1. Negative 1 plus negative 1, negative 2. And 0 plus negative 1 is negative 1. And 0 plus 1 is 1. Then just simply write the row 4. So we have this way. Okay? So now, as you can see, we create in the left side the identity of matrix A, where the 1 is diagonally and the rest of the set is 0, 0. As I said a while ago, our given matrix A is in the left side, while our identity of matrix A is in the right side. Now, the identity matrix of A is on the left side, while our right side is the inverse of matrix A. So to fully check if this is correctly equate or correctly answer, or correctly get the inverse of A, we will gonna use the formula that the problem or that included in the problem a while ago. So we're going to solve this, or we're going to multiply the given with its inverse of matrix A to conclude that our process and our inverse is correct, since A times the inverse of A is equals to identity. So that's our goal, to get the identity. We can conclude now, if we multiply the given with its inverse and the answer is the identity of itself, then we can conclude that it has an inverse or invertible is the matrix. So now let's try to check this by multiplying the given matrix A with its inverse. Inverse of matrix A is equals to 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 1, negative 1, negative 2, negative 1, negative 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. So that's our inverse. So our given, is that our given? So we're gonna copy the given, or if you wrote it already the given, we could now multiply it with its inverse. So the given times the inverse of itself is equals to I. and copy the given. We just simply copy the given, then paste it. So we could multiply this with the inverse of its given. So the inverse of the given times the inverse of the given. So we have our inverse of matrix A is equals to 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, negative 1, negative 2, 1, negative 1, negative 2, negative 1, negative 1. And so forth. So we're going to check our work by multiplying the matrix A to its the inverse of A, and to see if it is equal to its identity. So here now, so we're going to just simply write it down, everything of its what's on its matrix. One, 1, 0, 1, 0, negative 1, 0, negative 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. Multiply with its inverse of A, then just simply copy what's in the given, or what's our answer, then correctly write the number so that no confusions at all along the way. So to multiply the two matrices, we're going to have this kind of pattern so that we could easily manipulate or we could easily perform the operation. Negative 1 times 0 plus 1 times 1 plus 0 times 1 minus 1 times 0. Negative 1 times 0 plus 1 times 1 minus 1 times 1 plus 0 times 0. Negative 1 times 0 plus 0, since any number that multiplied by 0 is still 0. So we're going to plus 0 plus 0 plus 0. Negative 2 times 0 plus 1 times 1 minus 1 times 1 plus 1 times 0. As you can observe with this column, it's the same with this 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and 0, 0, 0. That's the pattern so that you can easily multiply a two matrices. Now we're moving in the second column of an inverse of A of a matrix to multiply it with each rows of the left side. So we have negative 1 times 0 plus 1 times negative 1 plus 0 times negative 2 minus 1 times negative 1. Since we don't have a proper space, so we're gonna write it as 1. So we're moving to the second column, or second row rather, in the left side, but still in second column. Okay? So 0, negative 1, negative 2, and 1, as you can observe. That must be consistent along the way that you're going to multiply each rows of the left sides. The same what we have done a while ago. Negative 1 times 0 is equal to 0 plus 1 times negative 1 minus 1 times negative 2 plus 0 negative 1 times 0 is equals to 0 plus 0 since any number that multiply by 0 is still 0. So that's why 0 plus 0. Now we're moving in the fourth row. Negative 2 times 0 plus 1 times negative 1 minus 1 times negative 2 plus 1 times negative 1 equals to since the space is so short, so we just simply write minus 1. Now we're moving to the third column to multiply each in the respectively in the left side of the rows. So we have negative 1 times negative 1 plus 1 times negative 2 minus plus 0 times negative 1 minus 1 times negative 1. So we have negative 1 times negative 1 plus 1 so we need to rewrite this to clearly write the 1 so that we could not be confused or calculate it wrongly later on. So it's so important to write it clearly. Plus 1 times negative 2, negative 1 times 1 plus 0 times negative 1. Negative 1 times negative 1 plus 0, 0 plus 0. Negative 2 times 0 plus negative 1 rather plus 1 times negative 2 minus 1 times negative 1 plus 1 times negative 1. So last column will be the 0, 1, 1, 1. So since it will gonna be 0, 0, 0, 0, since any number that will multiply by 0 still 0. So 0 plus 1 times 1 plus 0 minus 1 times 1. 0 plus 1 times 1 minus 1 times 1 plus 0. So there's gonna be 0 since any number multiplied by 0 is still 0, 0, 0. So now plus 1 times 1 minus 1 times 1 minus 1 times 1 plus 1 plus 1 rather since it's not negative 1 times negative 1 plus 1 rather since it's 1, right? So write it clearly. So now we're gonna equate the operations being involved. So we need to perform the operation involved. So negative 1 times 0 plus 1 times 1 plus 0 times 1 minus 1 times 0. The answer to that is 1. Next is negative 1 times 0 plus 1 times 1 minus 1 times 1 plus 0 times 0 is equals to 0. Next is negative 1 times 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is equals to 0. Negative 2 times 0 plus 1 times 1 minus 1 times 1 plus 1 times 0 is equals to 0. Next, let's perform the operation here in the second column. Negative 1 times 0 plus 1 times negative 1 plus 0 is equals to 0. 0 plus 1 times negative 1 minus 1 times negative 2 plus 0 is equals to 1. 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is equals to 0. Next is negative 2 times 0 plus 1 times negative 1 minus 1 times negative 2 minus 1 is equals to 0. So now let's proceed to the third column, which is in the negative 1 times negative 1 plus 1 times negative 2 plus 0 times negative 1 minus 1 times negative 1 is equals to 0. So negative 1 times negative 1 plus 1 times negative 2 minus 1 times negative 1 plus 0 times negative 1 is equals to 0. Negative 1 times negative 1 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is equals to positive 1. Negative 2 times negative 1 plus 1 times negative 2 minus 1 times negative 1 plus 1 times negative 1 is equals to 0. 0 plus 1 times 1 plus 0 minus 1 times 1 is equals to 0. 0 plus 1 times 1 minus 1 times 1 plus 0 is equals to 0. 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is equals to 0. Then 0 plus 1 times 1 times negative 1 times 1 plus 1 is equals to 1. So as you can observe, we got the identity of matrix A. Therefore, the matrix A is invertible and it has inverse so therefore the matrix A is invertible or therefore the matrix A is invertible or it has an inverse A which 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 1, negative 1, negative 2, negative 1, negative 1, 0, 1, 1, and 1. So that's the inverse of the matrix A. So we conclude that our calculation and the process are all correct since we arrived to the identity of its inverse.
Next item is 8.C, is a linear combination problem in the problem set. So what we're going to this item is we're going to determine if B is a linear combination of B sub 1, B sub 2, B sub 3, and R raised to 3. So from the given, we have B sub 1 is equals to 4, 2, negative 3, and our B sub 2 is equals to 2, 1, negative 2, and our B sub 3 is equals to negative 2, negative 1, and 0. So these are 3 vectors in r raised to 3. So the question is B negative 2, negative 1, and 1 a linear combination of B sub 1, B sub 2, and B sub 3. So that's the question. To know that is we're using the Gauss-Jordan elimination. So we have here and here. So let's fill in with the given values. So we have 4, 2, negative 3. 4, 4, 2, negative 3. Our vector 1. And our vector 2 is this 2, 1, and negative 2 rather. So we're going to fill in that. Two, 2, 1, negative 2. Our vector 3 is this one. Negative 2, negative 1, 0. So negative 2, negative 1, 0. Negative 2, negative 1, 0. And our B is separated by this vertical line. So the value of our B, negative 2, negative 1, and 1. Negative 2, negative 1, and 1. So to make this as 1, we divide this entire row by 4. So to make it that 1. So we have R1 is equals to R1 divided by 4. To equate this, we have 4 divided by 4, 1. 2 divided by 4, 1/2. So 1/2. Negative 2 divided by 4, negative 1/2. Negative 2 divided by 4, still negative 1/2. And just write the remaining rows. So we have 2, 1, negative 1, negative 1, negative 3, negative 2, 0, and 1. After that, our goal is to make this 0. To make that 0, we have R2 is equals to R2 minus 2R sub 1. R sub 3 is equals to R sub 3 plus 3R sub 1. So to make it that 0. So now let's perform it. So just simply write the first row since we do nothing in that row. Next is our R2, which is this, subtracted by 2 times R1. Right? So, okay. So, 2 minus 2 times 1, 0. Then, 1 minus 2, 1/2, 0. Negative 1 minus 2 times negative 1/2, 0. negative 1 minus 2 times negative 1 half, 0. Negative 3 plus 3 times 1, 0. Negative 2 plus 3 times 1 half, negative 1 half. 0 plus 3 times negative 1 half, we have negative 3 halves. 1 plus 3 times negative 1 half, we have negative 1 half. So what you can observe from the row 2 is 0, 0. So the row 2 is entirely 0, which is 0 is equals to 0. In that case, if it is 0 is equals to 0, we conclude now that from the second row, we can conclude that the system of equations has infinitely many solutions, and it is consistent. Therefore, B is a linear combination of B sub 1, B sub 2, B sub 3 in R raised to 3. So, if the solution is consistent solution and 0 is equal to 0 and it has infinitely many solutions, we conclude that B is a linear combination of B sub 1, B sub 2, B sub 3 in R raised to 3. Next item is number 14. Do the polynomials t cubed plus 2t plus 1, t squared minus t plus 2, t cubed plus 2, negative t cubed plus t squared minus 5t plus 2 spawn p sub 3? To know whether it spawns in p sub 3, we take ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d. Any polynomial is an element of p sub 3. So we need to find scalars a sub 1, a sub 2, a sub 3, and a sub 4 such that our a sub 1 times t cubed plus 2t plus 1 plus a sub 2 times t squared minus t plus 2 plus a sub 3 t cubed plus 2 plus a sub 4 negative times negative t cubed plus t squared negative 5t plus 2 is equals to ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d. So by equating the coefficients on the left-hand side of the equation, we get this system of 4 equations So by equating the coefficients on the left and the right side of the equations, this one, we get this system of 4 equations, which is a sub 1 plus a sub 3 minus a sub 4 is equals to a sub 2 plus a sub 4 is equals to b. And 2a sub 1 minus a sub 2 minus 5a sub 4 is equal to c. And a sub 1 plus 2a sub 2 plus 2a sub 3 plus 2a sub 4 is equals to d. So we could write this in a matrix as we have 1, 2, 1, 0, 2, 1. 1, 0, 2, 1. Then 0, 1, negative 1, 2. 0, 0, 0, next is 0, 1, negative 1, 0, 1, negative 1, and 2. After that, we are in the a sub 3. So a sub 3, 1, and 0, 0, 2. 1, 0, 0, and 2. Next, our a sub 4, negative 1, 1, negative 5, and 2. We have negative 1, 1, negative 5. This is negative 5. And 2. Then our separating side, which is we have a vertical line to separate our A, B, C, D. A, B, C, and D. So to make this 0, we make our row 3 is equals to row 3 minus 2 times row 1. And our row 4 is equals to row 4 minus row 1. So now we're just copying the row 1 and row 2 from the above. So 1, 0, 1, negative 1, A, B. Then 0, 1, 0, 1. So our row 3 is going to subtracted by the 2 times our row 1. Okay? So we have 2 minus negative 2 minus 2 times 1 is 0. Then negative 1 minus 2 times 0 is equals to negative 1. Then next, 0 minus 2 times 1 is negative 2. Then next, negative 5 minus 2 times negative 1 is negative 3. Now we have C minus 2A. C minus 2A. Now we are in row 4. So our row 4, 1 minus 1, 0. 2 minus 0, 2. 2 minus 1, 1. 3 minus 2 minus negative 1, 3. So D minus A, we have D. So we have D minus A, D minus A. Now we're going to let our row 3 by row 3 is equals to row 3 plus row 2. Our row 4 is equals to row 4 minus 2 row 2. To make this 0. Okay? So we have just copy the above 1, 0, 1, negative 1. A 0, 1, 0, 1, B. Then row 3 is equals to row 3 plus row 2. So our row 3, 0 plus 0, 0. Negative 1 plus 1, 0. Negative 2 plus 0, negative 2. Negative 3 plus negative 3 plus 1, negative 2. So we have C minus 2A plus our B. We have C minus 2A plus B. So for our row 4 is equals to row 4 minus 2 row 2. Row 4 is equals to row 4 minus 2 times row 2 rather. So we have our row 4 is 0 minus 0, 0. 2 minus 2 times 1 is 0. 1 minus negative 2, 0, 1. 3 minus negative 2 times 1, 1. So our equation will be D minus A minus 2B. Okay? Or here, D minus A minus 2B. So next is we're going to make this positive 1. To make that positive 1, we have row 3 is equals to row 3 over negative 2. And row 1 is equals to row 1 minus row 4. So we have 1 minus 0, 1. 0 minus 0, 0. 1 minus 1, 0. Negative 1 minus 1, negative 2. So we have row 1, which is the A, minus the row 4, which is D minus A minus 2B is equals to 2A minus D plus 2B. So write it properly, your D, so that you're not confused whether it is A or D. So next, just copy the row 2, 0, 1, 0, 1, B. So next is, we're going to divide the entire row by negative 2. By negative 2. So we have 0, 0, negative 2 divided by negative 2, 1. Negative 2 divided by negative 2, 1. So our equation here is negative over C minus 2A plus B over, just copy the row 4, 0, 0, 1, 1, D minus A minus 2B. So to make this 0, so our row 4 is equals to row 4 minus row 3. So we have, copy the entire, so we have 1, 0, 0, negative 2, 2A minus D plus 2, 2B, then 0, 1, 0, 1, B, then 0, 0, 1, 1, negative C minus 2A plus B over 2, then we have 0, 0, R4, 1 minus 1, 0, 1 minus 1, 0. So we have D minus A minus 2 minus the negative C minus 2A plus B over 2. The answer to that is negative 4A negative 2D plus 3B minus C over 2. Hence, here is 0. Therefore, it does not span P sub 3. For our last item, number 18, we're going to determine whether the given sets below will span R raised to 3, whether it is linearly independent or not, and whether it is a basis for R raised to 3, given that the set of S below. So our V sub 1 will be 4, 0, 1. Our B sub 2, 0, negative 3, 2. Our B sub 3 is 5, 10, 0. Now, we let A sub 1, A sub 2, A sub 3 be scalar numbers, where a sub 1, a sub 2, a sub 2, a sub 3 is an element of real numbers. Then a sub 1, b sub 1 plus a sub 2, b sub 2 plus a sub 3, b sub 3 is equals to b. So from the problem itself, let's get first whether it spawns in r raised to 3. So we have already the given, our vectors. So we're going to copy this one. So our b will be is equals to A, B, C. Now to determine whether it spawns, we're gonna use the Gauss-Jordan elimination. So by filling the what is in the information in the vectors 1, 2 to 3. So we have 4, vector 1 is 4, 0, 1, vector 2 is 0, negative 3, 2, then our vector 3 is 5, 10, 0, and then our V is equals to A, B, C, since we're going to spawn. Now, to make this 1, we're going to divide the entire row by 4. So we have R1 is equals to R1 divided by 4. So now we have 4 divided by 4, 1. 0 divided by 4, 0. 5 divided by 4, 5, 4. Then A divided by 4, A4. A over 4. Or rather. So just simply copy the remaining rows that not been let with its right side. So 1, 2, 0, C. To make this 0, to make that 0, we let the row 3 is equals to row 3 minus row 1. So just simply copy the other 2 rows that are not being let. So we have 1, 0, 1, 0, 5 over 4, A over 4, then 0 minus 3, 10, B, then R3, the new R3 is R3 minus R1. So 1 minus 1, 0. 2 minus 0, 2. 0 minus 5, 4, negative 5 over 4. C minus A4, we have 4C minus A over 4. So I just simplify that. So how did I came up with this? So we have C minus A over 4. So their common denominator is 4 and it's 1. It has 1. So 4 divided by 1, 4. 4 times C, 4C. Minus 4 divided by 4, 1. 1 times A, A. So that's how I get this if you ask the question. So that's how to operate the operation symbols when there is a variable and a fractions as well. So that's how to get it. So let's remove this one. So this one. So now to make this a positive 1, we divide the entire row by -3. Okay, so we have row 2 is equals to row 2 over -3. And we also let the row 3, the new row 3 is equals to 2 row 2 plus 3 row 3. So 3 times row 3. So let's do that. Alright. So okay, just copy what's in the first row. 1, 0, 5 over 4, A over 4. Next is divide the entire row by -3. So 0, -3 divided by -3, 1. 10 divided by -3, -10 over 3. B divided by -3 is equals to negative B. Negative B over 3. Now we're in the new row 3. So to get the new row 3 is 2 times the row 2 plus 3 times the row 3. So our row 2 is 0 times 2, 0, plus 3 times 0, 0. Then 2 times 2, 4. Plus 3 times -3, the answer to that is 0. Then -5, 4 times 2 plus 3 times 10 is equals, or no. I just make it wrong. So we have 2 times 10 is 20 plus 3 times -5, 4 is equals to 65 over 4. After that, 65 over 4, we need to 2 times the row 2, which is B, plus 3D, 3 times this, 4C minus A over 4. So we got, so to write it clearly, so 2B plus 3 4C minus A over 4 is equals to 8B plus 12C minus 3A over 4. Now, to make this 1, we divide it by itself, right? If any number divided by itself, it's equals to 1. So we have row 3 is equals to row 3 divided by 65 over 4 to get it 1. So just simply write the other rows. So we have 105 over 4, a over 4, 0, 1, negative 10 over 3, negative b over 3, then 65 over 4 divided by 65 over 4 is equals to 1. So next is 8b plus 12c minus 3a over 4 will divide by 65 over 4. So the answer to that is, crush this out, the answer will remaining 8b plus 12c minus 3a over 65. Over 65. So we have this. Now to make this 0, so we let row 2 and row 3, row 1 and row 2 is equals to r sub 1 minus 5 times r3 over 3, and our row 2 will be row 2 plus 10 times row 3 over 3. So let's perform this. So we have 1, 0, 5, 4 minus 5 times 1 times 3 is 0. Then we have a minus 4 minus a minus 4, a over 4 minus 5, the value of row 3, which is this, so to get that we have 5 so to get the a over 4 minus 5 times row 3 over 3, we have a4 minus 5, the value of row 3, which is 8b plus 12c minus 3a all over 65 times 3. So the answer to that is 4a minus 2b minus 3c all over 13. That's the answer to this. Next is 0, 1, negative 10 over 3 plus 10 times 1 over 3 is 0. Then negative b plus 3 plus 10 the row 3 over 3. The answer to that is b plus 8c minus 2a. This is what I have done a while ago. Just equate the equations. Then we have 0, 0, 1 over 8b plus 12c minus 3a over 65. So as you can see, the s spawns r raised to 3. Now we're in to determine if it is a linearly independent. So letter B, linearly independent. So to determine this a linear dependent, so let's copy the given, which is B our vector 1, our vector 1, vector 2, vector 3. And our B will be equals to 0, 0, 0. So let's now use the Gauss-Jordan elimination to perform this. So we're going to write the given 4, 0, 1, 0, negative 3, 2, vector 3, 5, 10, 0, 5, 10, 0, and our B is 0, 0, 0. The same way what we have done in spawning, which is let our R sub 1 or our new R sub 1 is equals to R sub 1 over 4. Then we have 4 divided by 4, 1. 0 divided by 4, 0. 5 divided by 4, 5 over 4. 0 divided by 4 is still 0. Copy the remaining rows. Next is to make this 0. So we let our new row 3 is equals to row 3 minus row 1. So we have 1 minus 1, 0. So let's copy it first, the remaining rows that will not be, so that we'll not be confused. So 2 minus 0, 2. 0 minus 5, 4, negative 5 over 4. Then 0 minus 0, still 0. So our goal is to make this positive 1. So we let our R2 or new row 2 is equals to R2 divided by negative 3. In our row 3 will be 2 times the row 2 plus 3 times the row 3. So let's perform that. So copy the first row. So we have 1, 0, 5 over 4, 0. 0 divided by negative 3, 0. Negative 3 divided by negative 3, 1. 10 divided by negative 3, negative 10 over 3. 0 divided by negative 3 is still 0. 0 divided by 0. 2 times 0 is 0 plus 3 times 0, 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. Plus 3 times 2 is 0. Then, negative 5, 4, and 10. So, this is our row 2. So, our row 2 is 10. 2 times 10, 20. Plus 3 times negative 5 over 4 is equal to 65 over 4. So, 0 plus 0 still 0. After this, we're going to make this as 0. To make the 0, so to equate it easily, we let our row 3 is equals to row 3 divided by 65 over 4 to make it 1. This part. So we have copy the remaining. So we have 1, 0, 5, 4, 0. 0, 1, negative 10 over 3, 0. Next is 0 divided by 65 over 4, still 0. 0 divided by 65 over 4, still 0. 65 over 4 divided by 65 over 4 is 1. And then 0 divided by 65 over 4 is 0. So to make this 0, we're going to equate it with the row 3. So we have row 1 is equals to row 1 minus 5 times the row 3 over 4. And our row 2 is equals to row 2 plus 10 times the row 3 over 3. So we got 1, 0, 0. We got 1, 0, 0, 0. In here part 0, 1, 0, 0. Then copy the remaining 0, 1, 0. So hence is S is linearly independent. So it is a linearly independent, so we're going to get its, if it is a basis in letter C, for r raised to 3. The answer to that, since S spans r raised to 3 and it is linearly independent, linearly independent for r raised to 3. Therefore, it is a basis for r raised to 3. So, just as what I said, a basis will always be a basis if the two conditions are true. Number 1, S spans B. Number 2, S is linearly independent. From what we have done a while ago, we proved that the S spans r raised to 3 and the S is linearly independent. Therefore, it is a basis for r raised to 3.